Hey guys, today's video is going to be a get ready with me and I'm going to do my makeup together with you. I'm going to be using some of the products that I really love. Actually, I'm going to use only products that I love. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have three foundations and I don't know which one to use. So I have the Vita Lumiere Aqua from Chanel, I have the new Le Beige foundation, and then I have the YSL cushion, which I really love. So they are all three of my all-time favorites. I'm not sure which one to use. I would love to do a live video actually, but I don't have that. I mean, in Italy, we don't have that much stable connection. And I think I'm going to be using the Le Beige foundation because it is really good. It's a water-based foundation. So I'm just going to take a one pump and I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I'm going to use a thin layer. And even though it doesn't look like a thin layer, it's a thin layer. Okay, so let me go ahead and apply this. Let me know in the comments below what is your current favorite foundation. And do you want me to do a video on how to make your foundation look perfect? Because I've been thinking of this video. And also let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you want to see from me. Now I have a lip balm, I have to remove it. I'm just going to remove my lip balm so that I can pass here and do my foundation. Okay guys, so see how much I have left. Like I have probably half a pump left from the foundation. And I'm saying that because I think that a lot of people feel the necessity to apply a lot of foundation. Well, actually, if you apply less foundation, your foundation is always going to look a lot better. So if you have generally good skin, if you have a good skin day, then don't feel the necessity to use all the foundation that you squeeze out on your hand, because your face is always going to look more beautiful and it's always going to be less cakey. The foundation is always going to be a lot more long lasting if you don't use a lot of foundation. Don't feel like you have to be like a YouTuber and apply tons and tons and pile on foundation, because YouTubers usually do their makeup for a couple of hours, or you don't see what's happening off camera. So when you're doing your makeup to be beautiful for a whole day, just do it in a way that it's gonna last. And I'm going to reapply my lip balm now. My hair is a bit messy, but this is my favorite lip balm for the moment. This is the House of Siage lip balm in Rose, the Rose Balm. Next, I always use a little bit of concealer on my eyelids because you need some concealer or a dedicated eye primer, because it's always going to help to stop the creasing. So if you have oily eyelids, I don't have oily eyelids, my eyelids are quite dry, so that's why I'm using this Chanel concealer because it works best on my eyelids. But if you have oily eyelids, I would suggest you to use a dedicated eye primer, or you can use a little bit of foundation. Just use something on your eyelids so that you can have a better grip of the eyeshadows. And also it helps to even out the skin tone of the eyelids, because the eyelids can sometimes look a little bit bluish. And if you don't apply anything on the eyelids, your eyeshadows are not going to look as good. So my camera stopped filming just for a while. So what I did is apply a couple of dots of concealer right here, and then just 2 dots right here. So with the concealer, if you don't need it, don't use too much. And I'm going to use my fingers. You can use a brush if you want to blend concealer. I usually, with the Chanel concealer, I like to just warm it with my fingers. My fingers are very clean, you guys. I always wash very well my fingers before touching my face, and I suggest you to do the same. Always make sure that your fingers are absolutely freshly washed before touching your face, especially if you are acne prone or if your skin is sensitive. Always make sure that right before you sit to do your makeup, wash your fingers and your hands really good with soap. And this should be done right before you start touching your face. And I'm saying this because we always have some kind of oils here on the fingertips. And if you're like me and you like using fingertips when you're doing your makeup, you always have a little bit of sweat, a little bit of oil. So washing your hands, washing your fingertips specifically right before starting to touch your face is essential. This is going to prevent breakouts. This is going to prevent irritation, because I've seen a lot of times people starting to look in their drawers, looking for makeup, and then starting to apply the makeup right away. So if I'm touching makeup items, if I'm, looking for something in a drawer, I'm never, right after that, I'm never going to touch my face. So I will always have my hands really freshly cleaned before I touch someone's face or my face. This is absolutely essential. Now, I know this might sound very weird, like I'm a weirdo, but trust me, you are going to enjoy this, especially if you have acne prone skin, if you have any kind of irritations, or if you have sensitive skin, you are going to thank me later. Okay, so to be honest with you, now my brows don't look amazing. I'm just gonna brush them. To be honest with you, I don't even think that I need powder now, because I don't really know, but I know that during the day my skin is going to start getting a little bit oily here, so I'm just gonna set with my favorite Givenchy Prisme Libra. I know you're tired of this one, but if you have oily skin, give it a go. Just try it. It might be life-changing. Okay, so I'm gonna be using a clean beauty blender. Tap the excess on the back of my hand. I always do that so I don't have too much product. Otherwise, it's not going to look flawless. If you apply straight from the powder, it's not going to look flawless, and I'm just going to tap this onto my face a little bit. Then on the chin. My skin is completely normal for some reason, maybe because I'm in my mid-30s now and my skin type starts to change. Okay, so you can see that here I have this little spot. It's not a spot actually, but it's a mark that was left from breakout that I have, and here too. But since I don't have any other spots on my face, I'm just even not going to cover them for an everyday look, because I don't, I'm not going on the red carpet to have that really perfect doll-like face. So just if you have some minor issues somewhere, you don't even need to cover them. So I'm going to do my blush after that, but now I'm going to be using these two palettes, and they are from Chanel. They're from the full makeup collection from Chanel, which was not accepted well. Now, I don't think that these are bad eyeshadow palettes. I think that this was actually a good collection. The thing is that I think a lot of people are a little bit tired from all the reds that Lucia Pica is always trying to promote. Like, we all know that she loves red, but not everyone loves red, and she's doing reds so much that it's unbelievable. So I'm gonna be starting with the 362 Candeur et Provocation, and I'm going to be using this color here. And this is actually a pinkish color that has also red, typical for Lucia. I think that Lucia has to give us something different, otherwise it's not going to be great for Chanel. So I'm just going to apply this all over my mobile eyelid. And I'm going to leave the inner corner without makeup. This color is quite pigmented, so I can easily get this on my eyelid. So just on my mobile eyelid, and then I'm going to blend the color. By the way, I recently did a tutorial for hooded eyes, so if you haven't watched this one, I'm going to have a link in the description box, and probably I'm going to have a link right here or here. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to have a link. It would mean so much to me, you guys, when you give my videos thumbs up, or if you comment. It helps with the engagement of my videos. Next, I just cleaned the brush, and this is an old Sephora brush. Unfortunately, they stopped doing these brushes, and they had a really nice, Sephora had a really nice brush collection a few years ago, and I am now just blending the color because I want to diffuse a little bit. the color. So I'm gonna blend it and I'm going to go also in the crease. Next, I'm taking the other eyeshadow palette, and this is 364 Candeur et Séduction, and I'm taking this color, the palest color here. Taking the palest color, I'm just going to apply this in the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm going to start dragging the color on top of the pinkish red color. Because I want to diffuse that redness, I want to make it less red. So when I start layering the colors, you will see that the effect that we get is very pretty. Same on the other eye. I'm just going to use this in the inner corner and then drag it. Again, I'm using a Sephora brush, which I think is now discontinued. I recently found this around my makeup and I love these brushes from Sephora. I don't know why they decided to discontinue them, and they made another brush collection that I don't like. Okay, next again I'm moving to 362, the other palette, with the brown color, and I'm taking the brown color on a crease brush and I'm just going to apply this color right in my crease. Very lightly. I'm not going to be using too much brown because we still want to keep this look a little bit more romantic, a little bit more pinkish, and kind of Lucia Pica kind of look. So a little bit of brown and then blending in the crease. And then once I have the color on, I'm taking a clean blending brush. This one is one of my all-time favorite brushes. It's from Chanel, the double-ended brush. And I'm just going to blend everything, especially around here. But the blending brush, it's very important to be clean, because if you have any color on the blending brush, it's not going to look as good when you start blending. And blending is not going to be successful. I have to do my brows a little bit. But let's ignore that for the moment. And then I'm going to be applying the brown color on my lower lash line, but only the outer part of my lower lash line. So only on the outer part of my lower lash line. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and I'm going to be back and I'm going to apply mascara. So I'm gonna apply black liquid eyeliner. You can skip this part if you want to, or you can apply any other. For example, you can apply a little bit more brownish eyeliner. All right, guys, and funny story here. My partner, a lot of you may know that he's actually like my husband, his boyfriend, but it's actually like my husband. I have to fix that because he just ruined that for me. He just came in while I was doing my eyeliner and ruined everything because he made some faces. I laughed and it was like, he always thinks that I look more beautiful without makeup, so he always tries to ruin my makeup when I'm doing my makeup. So his appearance, like the face that he made when he saw me, was like, I started laughing and he almost ruined everything. But anyways, it's makeup. The good thing is that it can easily be fixed. I think that's one of the differences of like European and American boys, men. I think that's a cultural difference. American men usually appreciate makeup a little bit more than Europeans. Europeans usually would say like, you look more beautiful without makeup, especially French. So if you want a man to like you without makeup, you need a French man. And I feel like among Europe, like the men that tolerate makeup the least are French. It's like French are usually going to tell you, oh, you look so beautiful without makeup. Why are you putting this? Like, they don't get it. They don't really understand that. Okay, now I'm moving on to mascara, and I didn't really have the time to do my brows. I'm gonna do them in a minute, but I'm moving on to mascara. Right now I'm using a mascara that came as a gift from Sephora with a purchase, and this is from Benefit, and it's the Roller Lash. And I like this mascara, so because it really holds the curl and it gives those long and very defined lashes. So I'm gonna apply plenty of mascara because I love a lot of mascara. Okay, so this is with the mascara on, and now I'm gonna lightly fill in my brows. And Yeah, it's very interesting cultural differences. I always had great experience with French because French are usually going to tell you that you're beautiful when you're not wearing makeup and when you think, oh my gosh, I look like, oof. And they're going to tell you like, you look absolutely gorgeous. They appreciate the natural look. Italians are usually going to tell you you look absolutely stunning if you're wearing a bright red lip or a bright fuchsia lip. Like Italians love, they absolutely love red lipstick. And the Americans, I think that they are trained to love all kinds of makeup, the kind of a cut crease makeup. Okay, now my brows are done. I don't like to fill in my brows a lot because I don't plug them. They are quite natural, they are quite big and dark because my hair is dark as well. So I just let them be. Okay guys, now for lips I wanted to use one specific lipstick from Chanel, but unfortunately I don't have it right now. I think this video turned out to be like almost a full face of Chanel. I only had to use my Lip Volume, the Chanel mascara, and this could have been a full face of Chanel. So I recently talked about my winter must-haves, and I did mention the Chanel Hydro Beauty Lip Balm, which I couldn't find at that time. So right after posting the video, I found the Chanel Hydro Beauty Lip Balm. So for those of you who were watching this video, this is how the Chanel Hydro Beauty Lip Balm looks. So that's it, and you just have to dip your finger in here. It's very moisturizing, it's really good. Since I couldn't find the lipstick that I wanted to use, I'm gonna do a combination of lip colors. So I'm gonna be using a Chanel lipstick first, and this is Rouge Allure Ink Fusion in Mauve Nude 804. I'm gonna have a link in the description box. By the way, I have to say a huge thank you to those of you who are using my affiliate links. This means so much to me, guys. Your support means the world to me. So a huge thank you for those of you who were using my affiliate links during the Black Friday sales, and also to those of you who are continuously using my affiliate links. It means so much to me, especially if you have a small channel like me. This really helps to cover some of the expenses. So a huge thank you, I have to say. So Mauve Nude on my lips, very lightly. And I'm using this on top of my lip balm because I like to use this product on top of a lip balm. I'm not going to apply it like a lot because it's a little bit dark for my skin tone, and I only like to apply a light layer of this lipstick. Okay, and then on top of this I'm going to use the Chantecaille Lip Chic, and because I want my lips to be a little bit more shiny, because this is a matte color. And this is going to make my lipstick very long-lasting because I'm layering two lipsticks, and one of them is a long-lasting. The Chanel lipstick is long-lasting. This one is not long-lasting, but it's moisturizing. It's going to keep my lips nice and hydrated, and it's going to give them a little bit of plump visually. Okay, so here is the lip color, and then I'm going to be using, again, a Chantecaille blush. And a lot of you told me that this blush actually works for different skin tones, like even for more deeper skin tones. I really like this blush because it works with any look. It's very universally chic blush. Okay guys, and then final step is going to be highlighter. I'm going to be using the Camellia highlighter from Chanel, and I'm going to dip my brush into the Platinum highlighter. And my favorite brush for highlighter is wet. And actually two of my brushes are wet, so I'm going to be using, I use this. These brushes usually come with Chanel powders, and I use them for like an SOS brush when I don't have brushes, but they are good for highlighter. That's how I like to use them. I'm just going to apply this here on the high. And you can see that the highlighter here is really good. Oof. It's not super precise though. Should have applied it a little bit higher. Okay guys, so I did a huge mess right behind me, but anyways, this is one of my recommendations for the holiday season. If you don't have this highlighter, I think that if you are a Chanel lover, I think you're really going to like this one. I purchased this last year, and you can see how much I've been using it. I use mainly the Platinum shade because it fits my skin tone better. but you can see how beautiful it looks. I really like it. So in the beginning I didn't like how shiny it was, but then once you... It's one of my most used highlighters of 2020. And stay tuned, I'm soon going to have a video with the best of 2020 makeup. So that was all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and a huge thank you to everyone who is commenting, and please give this video a big thumbs up. It always helps my channel a lot. I really appreciate your support. Hair all around me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, bye!